In the high-stakes theatre of the Uganda National Chess League, palpable tension hung in the air. The unbeaten Lighthouse boys sat at their boards, waiting for the arrival of the former champions, the Kireka Panthers. This was more than a team rivalry. It was a personal test for Tandeka Shiloh, who faced a giant in the form of Matovu Abel. Abel was no ordinary player. He's the reigning champion of the Kireka Open, the strongest tournament in all of East and Central Africa. The board was set for a clash between the relentless challenger and the undisputed king. What followed was a tactical storm, as Shiloh unleashed a furious, devastating assault on the Kingside, a bold declaration that even the greatest of the champions can be dethroned when a new force arises to challenge their reign. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chess Books, the center of African chess. Matovu Abel is a prominent Uganda chess player, a member of the well-regarded Kireka Panthers team, a fierce competitor, best known for his impressive victory at the 2024 Kireka Open Chess Championship, a highly competitive and respected event in the East Africa region. Beyond this prestigious win, he has a strong track record, including winning the under-20 category at the 2017 Premium Chess Tournament and earning an individual gold medal at the 10th All-Africa University Games. As the reigning champion of one of the region's strongest tournaments, Matovu Abel has cemented his reputation as one of Uganda's top chess talents. Tandeka Shiloh is a promising young Ugandan chess player known for his aggressive and tactical style on the board. 17-year-old is a rising star who has represented Uganda in international events, including the 2023 Youth Chess Olympiad, the 2022 Africa Youth Chess Championship. Beyond chess, Tandeka Shiloh is a co-founder of the Prota Cabin Club, a record-holding speed cuber, demonstrating a unique combination of strategic thinking and mental dexterity that he applies to both of his passions. Ladies and gentlemen, ensure you watch this video to the end because Tandeka played a series of brilliant moves. Hope you enjoy the game and let's dive right into it. And in the white pieces, Tandeka Shiloh opened the game with 1 e4, and for the first time in Matovu's chess career, he played c5, the Sicilian defense, knight c3, the close Sicilian, g6, Tandeka played d4, and after c takes d4, queen takes d4, trying to fight for the center, knight f6. Bishop e3 is the move by far played in hundreds of games, followed by knight c6, then queen comes to d2. But however, in this position, Tandeka played a new move. He played bishop. The relevance of this move is that in case knight comes to c6, then the queen can fall back on e3, long castling can be played instantly. And also, the bishop is going to be eyeing this c3 square in the future. So in this position, Matovu played knight c6, hitting on the queen, queen e3, moving away, and after bishop comes to g7, Tandeka played long castling. And after short castling, in this position, knight d5, paving a way for the bishop to sit on c3 to challenge the bishop which is on g7. And in this position, it was high time for Matovu Abel to go ahead and push d6. But however, he played a5, and now Tandeka played bishop c3. e5 should have been considered, but however, Matovu played knight g4, and we see queen g3, hitting on the bishop and also attacking the knight, which is on g4. Bishop takes c3, knight takes c3, and after that we see d6, opening up for the bishop to protect the knight. Bishop e2, hitting on the knight, knight f6, and in this position, Tandeka played f4. Remember, the queen has pinned the king, so f5 makes a lot of sense. And we see queen b6, h4, emphasizing the attack. And in this position, because the pressure was mounting on Matovu, d5 should have been considered. Tandeka played f5, trying to open up the king. And now we see king comes to g7, trying to add a defense to the pawn, queen g5. And knight h7 or f4 should have been considered. But Matovu played knight e5, and now Tandeka went on with the attack. He played knight h3, rook h8, and now Tandeka played another brilliant move. Tandeka played knight f4, bringing more force and another piece to the king side. Matovu played knight g4, trying to come and fork the two rooks, because this is supported by the queen which is sitting on b6. F takes g6 should have been considered. But Tandeka played bishop takes g4, h takes g4, and Tandeka went on to play pawn takes g6, f takes g6, and in this position, we see that the pawn which is on g6 is hanging, But Tandeka didn't want to know if the pawn is hanging or not. He played another brilliant move. He played h5, emphasizing that I want to open up the lines and mate the king. Matovu played rook g8, knight f coming to d5. But however, knight c coming to d5 was the best move. But he played knight f comes to d5. And Matovu, it was high time he takes back the queen and he plays queen. But however, queen c5, trying to maintain the pin of the queen and the knight on the same column. H takes d6. Now he has opened up for the rook because of the dangerous threats which will be coming. And in this position, I would like you to pause the video and suggest the move you would have played in this position. Tandeka in this position played another one. Rook h8. Brilliant move. If you try rook takes h8, then we could say g7. And this would be winning and checkmate in 6. But after rook h8, Matovu tried bishop e6, developing the bishop on e6 at the same time also defending the rook which is sitting on g8. Tandeka played rook f1. Now he's pinning the knight against the king, and now he's ready to do all the nasty things to Matovu. So in this position, Matovu realized the danger and he played king e8, moving away from the pin. And in this position, he played another strong move. He played rook h7. Now, he has cut off the king. He's on the 7th rank. And also remember, the knight can't take the rook because there is an immediate checkmate on e7. Checkmate on e7, so you have no time to take the rook. So we say bishop takes knight on d5, and he brought in the other knight. He played knight d5. It was high time Matovu goes ahead and plays king comes to d8, but however, he insisted and played rook c8, planning a sneaky checkmate just in case. And Tandeka played rook takes e7, checking the king, and after king comes to d8, in this position, even the simple c3 was winning, but he played another brilliant move. He played rook c7, attacking the queen at the same time, putting a direct threat to the knight which is playing on, which is on f6. And Matovu played rook takes c7, and Tandeka played queen takes f6. Fantastic move, check. And after king goes to c8, Tandeka played knight takes c7. But however, queen e6 was winning the game on the spot. For example, after queen e6 check, we could say king b8, queen takes g8 check, and after rook c8, another brilliant move. Queen takes rook on c8 check, and after queen takes c8, another super brilliant move, g7. So that the rook is coming in, and also the pawn is threatening into queen, and this would be winning on the spot. But however, after king c8, Tandeka played knight takes c7, and we see queen e3 check, a desperate move from Matovu, king b1, and then he played queen e2, rook c1, defending from everything. You have even no time to win the knight which is on c7 because of the immediate queen check, checking the king at the same time winning the rook. So that's why he tried rook d8, and Tandeka played knight e6, hitting on the rook and also threatening to go ahead and queen. And after rook e8, he played queen f7, threatening checkmate in 1 and also attacking the rook. And in this position, Matovu felt that he had had enough, and Matovu Abel, the reigning champion of Kireka, resigned the game. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck. Feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, and thank you for watching. I'll be so glad to see your thoughts about this game in the comment section.